Hello, in this video we are going to talk about like how to install Docker on your Ubuntu machine. So I am using an Ubuntu machine which is Ubuntu 24 etc hyphen OS release will tell you it is 24.04.1 LTS. So I'm going to install Docker on this machine. So how to do that is kindly fair simple. We just need to follow the documentation given by the Docker guys, and this is like a very nice documentation. So I just want to emphasize on like what exactly is written here before we actually start the installation. So when you come here and you see that this is the step which is given if you have a Docker installation from your previous installations, and it is needed when you are actually upgrading your machine, updating your machine, or let's say you ran into a problem and you have no other option just to reinstall the whole Docker thing. So this is what you can do, and you can then move on to the uninstall Docker engine section. If you click here, then you just need to purge those packages, and then what you need to do here is that you come here and then you remove those two directories as well. Okay, then there are multiple ways you can install Docker on your Ubuntu machine. You can install it using Docker engine, but when you go to this documentation, this will actually guide you to go back and use the apt-get method. Somewhere here it is saying that install Docker desktop, and then the recommended approach is to install Docker desktop on Ubuntu. Let me go back. Okay, so it says you need to set up the Docker's package repository. See step 1 of install using the apt repository. So if I click here, I'll go back to the documentation where I was previously. Okay, now this is the most recommended way, as we can clean up things easily. You can also install it manually. So to install manually, like what you need to do is like you can actually choose your version, you can choose your architecture on which you are sitting, and then you can like just download your packages from this location, and then you can do the installation, and that would do. The next would be like you can have a convenience script, which is a kind of a very good source when you need to do those things in one shot. Then the convenience script is a good option to do that, but since we are going to do it manually for our Ubuntu machine to probably, let's say, start learning Docker, then we can actually start from the bare simple method, which is installing using the apt repository. So if I copy those commands, I paste those commands here, it will ask me for my password, so because I am running those commands from sudo. Okay, so I'll just quickly give it the password, and it will start downloading those packages. Apart from this, means when it updates, it actually installs the CA certificate as well, which is the apt repository for Docker. When it is done, what we are going to do is like we are going to install the Docker packages. So that is the command. Let me copy this command and get this thing ready, as we are ready on the prompt again, and yeah, this shall quickly install all the Docker things which we might need. So yeah, just let it keep going. It will install it like real quick. Okay, when we are done, I'll want to let you see that when I say get ent and group, maybe, yeah, so you can see that there is a user group which is created by the name of Docker. So we have a user group created Docker. So as of now, if I need to run any command on this Docker installation, I need to add sudo on top of that. So let's say I say docker images, so I cannot run this because I do not have authorities to do that. So I need to add sudo. Only sudoers can do that. So if I say sudo docker images, so this docker image is actually coming from my previous installations. So if I say sudo docker run hello world, then it will run. Okay, but if I say docker run hello world, it will not run. Okay, so to do that, what we need to do is, like, we need to modify the user. So in this case I am the user, so I'll say echo dollar user. So this is like the current username who is logged in. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'll just modify the user, so user mod, and the command is like -a capital G, and the group name is docker, and then the username is $user. Okay, so if I say this, okay, permission is denied because I need to add sudo on top of that. Okay, then what I need to do is sudo service docker restart, but that would not be enough. I might need to go out, means I might need to log out and then log in again to see those differences come in picture. So let me try if that works. So if I say docker images, it's not happening. So let me log out, let me come back, and let's see if things are working as expected or not. Okay, I just logged back in after a reboot, and let's see if it is working fine or not. So I'm going to say docker images. Okay, it's working, and let's say I want to remove this image, which is hello world. Okay, I need to say RMI hello world. Okay, it says error response from daemon conflict, unable to remove repository reference, it's used by. Okay, let me say sudo docker rmi hello world, and that would be my password. It is saying that it is being used by a container, so I'll say docker ps no containers -a. I found that there are two containers which are still there existing. They exited, but they are they still exist. So what can I do is docker rm and then docker ps -aq, and yeah, it actually removed all the containers which are running. So how does this command go is, you need to give the name of the sorry, not the name, the hash of the running container after docker rm. But what this command did is, like, it actually queried all of the containers running, and it gave us just the hash of that. So docker ps -aq will give us all the hash of the running all the IDs of the running containers. So let me try docker run hello world, and then if I go and say docker ps, I do not have anything. But if I say docker ps -a, I have this hello world. And let me do this again, and let me go. So you see there are now two containers running, and if I need to see those two containers, the IDs of those two containers in one go, what I would do is docker ps-aq or qa, whatever you might like. And if you want to use it, you can use it like this, pass them as an argument to the command docker rm stands for remove, but what are you removing? You are removing containers. To remove images, you need to write docker rmi, that is remove images. Okay, so yeah, we removed all of them, and then if I say docker ps-a all, there's nothing here, clean slate. And yeah, that would be all for this video. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.